Hey everyone, it's your girl Jay.
And I'm Kendra, and you're listening to Mood Swings, the podcast.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
What is up?
Just happy to talk to you today, girlie.
Me too. Oh, hell no. Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Stop it. What happened? What happened now?
I was like, why do you sound like you were all pissed off? You're like, I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Because I need to let her fucking know. I'm in the middle of a motherfucking podcast.
God.
Shit. How the fuck is she not gonna know if I don't fucking tell her and shit that I'm in the middle of a motherfucking podcast? You know, and the reason why I like to say motherfucking podcast is because I'm looking directly into my new microphone and I fucking love it.
You're looking directly into the microphone.
I don't know why I am because it's so big, but I was like, you know what? Motherfucking podcast.
You're stupid.
I'm so excited. But I am also excited about my topic that I'm going to be talking to you today. But I wanted to let you know about my mood first and what I was drinking.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
No, of course.
And it's nothing fancy, okay? It is really, I just went and got myself a Buzzball mudslide.
Oh,
Have you ever
boy.
had those? I know. I'm so lazy. But it's so easy. You just go right down to the refrigerator and you just grab it and you pop it open.
Well,
Use that shit.
For someone that used to be a bartender and is still looking at bartending endeavors, you do a lot of canned shit.
Well, you know what? A lot of my clients, they love that canned shit. So we can do that as well. But there's a reason, okay? There's a reason why I am drinking a mudslide, because it actually fits my topic of the day and also fills my mood of the day, which is overblended and overwhelmed.
Oh, my.
I know.
Okay. Oh, I want to hear all about that. Well, let me tell you what I'm drinking.
All right, let's hear it.
I don't even know why I said what I'm drinking. I don't even know why. I heard into Edna Garrett on that one. I am drinking my Mezcal tequila that I told you guys about from the local market I bought here before a few episodes back. And I just, I did some hood shit. I mixed it with some red Minute Maid.
Oh, okay.
Girl's good. It's good. So it's leading me to my mood, which is overserved. It's a good time though. It's a good time.
Good times as always. You know what I'm saying?
As always. Yep.
Well, guess what? I will drink to that.
You do that.
Clink, clink, clink. Cheers. Clink, clink, clink. Well, I just wanted to let you know the reason why, again, that what my mood is, what my drink is because I have been completely and utterly struggling in my life, not only in my menopause, but also just in my day-to-day, trying to feel like a productive member of society. Slap some makeup on, go and do some shit.
Yeah.
Slapping the makeup on part is the part that I'm having such trouble with, okay? And the reason why is because it's been so difficult trying to find a shade because I have so many different undertones in my skin and my face, right?
Yeah.
So either the the foundation is either matches under my eyes, and then it makes the bottom half look ashy, or it fits the bottom half and then the yellow parts look super red. And so that's the reason why I wanted to bring up this particular topic, which is 40 shades, but only 10 faces. And that is the truth about makeup inclusivity in itself.
Oh, makeup inclusivity. Yes.
Girl, I'm gonna
yes, we need to talk about this.
Well, I will drink to that.
Yeah. Cheers.
Clink, 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 clink. But before I dive headfirst into my topic of the evening, I wanted to share a quick update for our listeners. A couple of episodes ago, when I was talking about the thin line between artistry and real life and murders that occur that happen on wax, well, there's an update on David, the artist. I was speaking about him on the show. Do you remember?
Yeah. We talked about him.
Yeah, we were saying that it was still nothing happened yet. He wasn't taken in, still out, just doing his own thing. Well, guess what? He has now been formally charged with first-degree murder in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
What?
Girl, the prosecutors are also, and I said it right, prosecutors also filed an additional charge, including lewd acts with a minor and mutilation of a body. Girl, he pleaded guilty. I mean, I'm sorry. No, I apologize. He pleaded not guilty and is currently being held without bail as the case moves forward. So there's still a lot of
Oh.
unanswered questions, but more details are expected to come out in the next coming weeks. So we will continue to follow the case and provide you with updates as more verified information becomes available. So I just
Well,
wanted to
did
get
they
that.
say what led to the arrest?
I think the
Besides
probably
finding a
her
body in
body
her front trunk?
in her Tesla. So, it's funny. It's not funny because it's a death of a child and of
Yeah.
anybody and
Yeah.
such just a disrespectful way to dispose of a body. And like they say, mutilation of a body, right? So
Right.
my thing is all I know is a Tesla is equipped with about 400 cameras. None of it got
Mhm.
recorded. Throwing that body in the truck,
Mm.
nothing on the side panels, nothing from the windows and the side, nothing. The back cameras, nobody caught anything. It was dead or something. I don't know. So maybe that's what prompted them to be able to do it. I'm not sure, but again, as the information unfolds, I will share it with your public.
Okay.
So today's topic came straight from years and years, K-Mac, because you already know of emotional damage, public embarrassment, and at least, I'm not even over exaggerating, about 1,000 wrong foundations living under my sink. Can you attest to that?
Yeah,
Thank you.
100%.
I've always have just bottles from drugstore to department store, expensive brands, online brands, you name it, I have tried it. It's almost like, every diet I've tried, right? But
Oh my gosh.
and I failed at those as well, but it's okay. I'm still cute in the
Oh my
face.
goodness.
So
Oh my god. Will you shut up? I can't. Go ahead.
we are talking about makeup for darker skin tones. Listen up, ladies, for the
Ugh.
darker skin tone POCs. If you're not going to listen to any podcast, listen to this one. I'm just trying to help
Yeah.
you out, just like I'm trying to help myself out. And as I learn, you learn. So my question is, why is it that some companies can make about 42 shades of beige, but some suddenly just get amnesia when it comes to like shades for dark skin? It
Yeah,
just
because
like
for
just stops. It's like flat earthers. You just get to beige and then you just fall off the earth.
because it's
That's
like
it.
it's beige, and then there's taupe, and then there's fawn, and
Fawn, bitch, do you
there's
know that fawn?
there's baked bread and golden sunset, and those are
There-
all like
There's
the
there's
huey.
flour.
Yep.
There's wheat. There
And
there's
for
glucose.
right, and for dark skin tones, it's medium and deep. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Well, there is dark. Don't forget that.
Medium, deep, and dark. We don't
There
get
you go. There you go.
we
There you
don't
go.
we don't get like chocolate eclair, or you know what I mean? Like we don't get all that type of stuff.
Caramel parfait. Nope, we don't get that. We just get espresso
You get
or
no, you get deep.
or mahogany. And I gotta say it like that because that's what it sounds like every time I say it. Mahogany. It's like, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things? Anyways, so
Dated
back
the
to
hell out
it.
of yourself on that one.
Duh.
I said you dated the hell out of
I
yourself on
did
that
it.
one.
Shit. Hey, with them big eyes, I love it. Mahogany. Love you, Billy D. Williams. But you know what? It's this mudslide that's getting me feeling like this because mudslides
Overserved.
is the shit. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so back on the topic though.
Yeah.
Um,
Walk on.
I've been orange, not Trump
Mm.
orange. I've been
Mm-mm.
gray. I've been
Mm.
red, and I've also looked like somebody airbrushed barbecue sauce all directly on my face.
Yikes.
And the problem is because first of all, it's not only the foundation. No, number one, it is the foundation, but it also is the lighting in which you apply your foundation. Okay,
Oh,
you already know that, but
we've
don't
talked
get me
about this.
started.
Yeah.
Exactly, but don't get me started on the magic foundations. Do you remember you see that on Instagram all the time, the magic foundations where magically you place it on your face and you rub it and it just matches your tone?
With that maquillage, or what is it called? I always see commercials for that.
Not power match. When they do power match, it's a power match quiz that they do, which is just basically a very in-depth questioning of your skin tone. They're asking about the colors of your veins, which I cannot see. So that's the part that messes me up all the time. And I think that's the reason why I'm always just a tad off and don't actually ever get that perfect shade as they promise. But it's called the power match quiz. But it's not like something with the color beads that burst when you rub it in, and those are what those magic ones do, which stop at what? Beige,
Fawn.
fawn, glucose, whatever. That's where it ends at. You put that on me, and I will literally look like I was in Pompeii. You know how they all got covered with ash, right? Or I turned around
Wow.
at Sodom and Gomorrah and got turned into a pile of salt. That shit.
Wow.
That type of stuff. Where I'm over here fighting and kicking bags of flour, that is what I look like. I look like one of those Athen statues with no arms, but the titties and the fupa. I don't know why the fupa's always there and the little dick, right? All that. That is what I would look like. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I just went on a fucking rant. I'm so sorry.
Whoa.
It's not even anywhere on the paper. I just went on a rant about it because I do be looking like that. So today, K-Mac, I'd like to talk about the brands that get it right, the brands that also get it very wrong, and why darker skinned women deserve more than one brown shade called mocha and a prayer. Life is a myth.
Oh my
Mom,
God.
you hear that one song? It's really cool. It's like a big we're dating ourselves there. So okay, I just gotta say that before I even get into this. So Kendra comes home and her daughter, who is 30,
She's
30.
30.
She's 30, that's right, because my nephew's 33. So my goddaughter comes home and she tells her, Mom, I heard this new song. It's so dope. It's like, oh, like church, and it's like a whole, she was like, there's a choir in it.
She was like, life is a mystery. And I'm listening to her and I'm like, everyone must stand alone. She's like, oh my God, you know the song? She's like, you know that? It's on TikTok. I went, do I know? Are you talking about Madonna? Like a prayer? She's like, no, it's not Madonna. No, it's not Madonna. It's like a choir, and they're singing, and it's a choir, and I said that was Madonna. It's like a prayer. She's like, no, Mom, I'm gonna play it for you. It's not Madonna. I know it's not Madonna. Okay, so she plays it, and it is absolutely 100% Madonna like a prayer. But it's been remixed for whoever remixed it on TikTok. So she doesn't realize that that's Madonna, and that was a whole song. And she just thought it was just that little hook. She didn't realize it was a whole song. She didn't realize Leon was Black Jesus. She don't know nothing, kids.
She don't know nothing. And Madonna with the dark hair and the hair and her arms, she's getting it with her black lace. That was such blasphemy all over in that video.
Remember, I was in private school when that came out, and that was like, Madonna was public enemy #1 with already being provocative and then coming out with that video.
And then remember, in the background, I started thinking, wait a minute, is she with the Klans member? Because she was burning all the crosses in the back while she was dancing and shit?
See, when we were little, we couldn't pick up on that. But when we were, of course, adults now we see it. But I just remember my pastor, Brother Bennett, was like preaching. He was getting his preach on about Madonna. And what was crazy is that myself and his granddaughter, who was like my best friend at the time, we loved Madonna. Loved her.
Life is a mystery.
Everyone must stand alone.
I hear you calling my name. Okay,
listen, let's not do this. Let's not do this.
So look, y'all. At this point, finding foundation for darker skin feels like a toxic relationship because every time I find one, actually, and I think it's also the lighting at the damn counters, because the makeup counters, because I get home, I feel it looks great in the mirror. I put it on, I go and look in the mirror, and suddenly I look like I've been lightly breaded and deep fried. I'm like, what the hell? What?
You sound delicious.
I do sound delicious, but then also when I wear the certain ones that feels cakey or oily or thick or feels like my pores are filled, I feel like I'm suffocating. And then I look like Trick Daddy.
Oh, God, that is not a good look.
Well, he does love the kids, but I'm just saying I don't love his face. So
no,
I don't want to look like that. Exactly. Well, okay, so some of these brands will really have you leaving the house looking beautiful in the bathroom mirror because of the lighting, right? And then you get out in the sunlight and then you realize you look like a stale penny. Okay, you sit here looking like a milk dud, and nobody wants to tell you that you needed to add contour and a little bit of color correcting. Didn't know about it. Okay, so as I'm learning, and I'm 50 years old, guys, and so you see all the MUAs all on TikTok and all those. You can follow them all you want to. I'm just gonna give you the real deal about mature skin. Okay, don't think that this is the end all be all, holy grail answer to your problems. You're going to have to still do your research because the beauty of Black skin is it comes in a variety of shades and undertones. So you got to find it. But the places that I'm going to recommend in this particular podcast are definitely going to be the places you will find them. Okay. So I just wanted to let you guys know that hopefully when we get off of here, we're going to have beautiful skin and beautiful life and Still in menopause, but oh well. Still sweat it off 5 minutes later.
I did not know that you were having such a hard time finding. Now, I will say this. I I can attest to you having 50,000 different foundations, but listen, I've never really bought a foundation on my own except for once. I've always coattailed off of your foundations because we have the same complexion. So
Exactly.
whatever you used, if you liked it, I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll buy that." And that's what I'd buy and I would use it. And I've never seen you look like you came from Pompeii. I've never seen you look like Trick Daddy. I've always seen you look beautiful, which is why I would use your foundations.
And
But
that's
I
why you're my
definitely
best
can.
friend. They're my best friend because you lie like a rug.
No, I'm
You just
not
go there and
lying.
lie.
Girl, I would tell you if you was looking effed up. I would tell you for real, but I've never seen you look like that. So that's why I said I didn't know you were struggling with all the foundations. And so when I find a foundation, I remember one time your sister took us
Mhm.
to Bare Minerals and
Mhm.
you guys thought that was like the be all end all. So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I just went along with it and I bought the Bare Minerals and I used that for years and years and years until one day you were like, "Why are you using Bare Minerals? Bare Minerals
Prosecutor.
overserved." We should have called this podcast Overserved.
Right.
Bare Minerals, and I was using that, and then you guys were like, "Oh, no, Bare Minerals is stupid." So
Bitch,
I
I
stopped
forgot
using it.
Bare Minerals was a fucking product. Do you right? I went, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and your sister took us there. In fact, a lot that I've learned about makeup, I learned from your sister. So shout out to
Yeah, to
big
her.
sister.
Big
Sister.
sister.
Yeah, that's what I knew about
Well,
makeup, but go ahead.
so everyone, listeners, K-Mac and I have basically become beauty scientists. We're over here mixing foundations together like we're in a lab. One pump of this, half pump of that, a dot of orange corrector, a prayer, a ring light, the blood of Jesus. We just put it all in there, and then we try to come out with something that looks somewhat like my color. And of course, we already know Kendra and I have very similar skin tones, as you can see in our Mood Swings logo, because we look just as like, except she looks like Kelly Rowland. But
Pretty much.
right. But, I only want to try and find one foundation because
Yeah.
every time I do the mix, I can guarantee you I'm going to put a little more of something that I should have. And so the foundation is just a little off. Kind of like my chicken adobo recipe. I never measure, it just comes out a little different every time.
Your chicken adobo is always so good.
I know it is be hella good though. You know what I'm saying? Wish my
Chicken
foundation was
adobo is
like that.
hella
I wish
good.
I could give myself chicken adobo face, but I can't.
Oh, I don't
So
think you want that.
well, I know that doesn't sound right. Well, anyways, now I have to worry about foundation because I'm older. Not only do I have to figure out, do I have combination skin? Is it too oily? Is it going to slough off? I also got to think about settling into lines now, looking cakey,
Yeah.
drying me
Yeah.
out, make me
Yeah.
look like I need a nap and a multivitamin, anything like that. I need to be able to, like I'm low iron deficiency, which I really
Mhm.
am though. So I mean, I can't even lie about that. But and darker skinned women have a whole extra set of issues like hyperpigmentation,
Yeah.
dark marks, uneven skin tone, discoloration around the mouth. Oh my God, it's just me. They're just writing
That's
about
straight
me
up me. Yeah. Yep.
fat. Damn it. Under eye darkness and trying to
Throwing in
cover
random
blemishes.
shit. Bald
I just
head.
throw certain things in there, but trying to cover blemishes without ending up with that weird gray cast. Now, one blessing in life I knock on well, I have a glass table. Knock on glass. I've never had acne issues. I don't think you either, right?
Yeah. No,
I've never had
acne's never been
acne
an
issues.
issue.
So that's one good thing. So when I'm looking at a product and it's asking for acne fighting benefits, I don't need it.
Right.
That give it to my 16-year-old, which I don't have, but I'm just saying. So it's so sometimes it feels like we're not just looking for foundation. We're looking for skincare, color correction, coverage, hydration, and a miracle in one bottle. That's what I'm trying to do. And I have not been truly successful in that because, again, as I said, I have two different shades in my face. So choosing one to fit one doesn't fit the other part of my face, right? So that's where the color correcting comes in and things like that. So,
Yeah.
anyways, but
I
I digress about all that because I just been through the struggle and because I've looked like a copper penny, a glazed donut, and a stressed out milk dud at different points of my life and stop lying, Kendra, I have. I decided to do the research for y'all and look into the brands and the shade ranges and black owned companies and samples and discounts and color correctors and quizzes, all of it, because
Damn.
somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do the Lord's work. Amen.
You out here doing the Lord's work.
That's what I'm saying. So now that we have foundation, okay, let's talk concealers and contour because contour can be tricky on deeper skin because a lot of contour products are too gray, too muddy, and just sometimes, and a lot of them just disappear into my skin. I'm thinking it's a darker one, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna put it here. I'm like, wait, where'd it go? I just wasted the whole
Mhm.
product. I might as well just use it on my whole skin. But then I do, and then all of a sudden I look like again an ashy milk dud, right?
Oh,
So
gosh,
keep running
okay.
into this big circle of things. And so what I need to do is stop, break it down, understand my skin and its anatomy, and I think I might be able to find something, especially going with these particular companies that I'm about to talk about. Okay, so
Okay, because I never knew about color correcting. It wasn't until maybe I hit like 43 and I was noticing around my mouth was so dark. And I remember talking to you about it, and you were like, that's just the plight of a black woman. Like, that's just what we have to do. We have to just deal with it. And I was
mhm.
like, damn. And then one day you gave me this little orange color
Yep.
corrector thing, which I still have to this day. And when I want to be really fancy and really put together, I'll put it on. But it's a pain in the ass because it's chalky and hard to blend out, you know?
So let me tell See, and this, I'm so glad. And I'm sorry, Kendra. I'm going to apologize to you right now. Me thinking, right? You always think we got friends who always think they got some kind of like in on some knowledge and shit. And then we find out like 12 years later, girl, we looking like shit, right? We shouldn't be doing that.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I found that orange is not our color tone. We need to start using reds because I found that the orange can tend to make that area look ashy. So I went, but that was
So why
the
you get that
knowledge
to me,
that I
Giver?
had at the
Why you get
time,
that to me?
and let me tell you, that was the knowledge and the accessibility to these products that we had at the time. That was the only color corrector they had. They didn't have these other colors that they have now. So back
Got
then when
it.
I told you, because I tell you something in like 1987 and you will still have that same mascara, right?
Yeah, for real.
So
Like I'm old faithful. Yeah.
so that's the reason why. Well, so that's why many black owned brands tend to get it right. They know the struggle of looking orange, gray, red, ashy because they've lived through it too. So some black brands that really seem to get it right are brands like, have you ever heard of UOMA? Not Thurman,
I was just about to say from Kill Bill.
MA Beauty.
No,
They
I
do
never
not
heard of
just
this.
throw, yeah, look it up. Look it up. UOMA Beauty. They
Hmm.
do not just throw dark shades in one category and call it a day. They actually break shades down by undertones because darker skin is not all the same. That's why I say. And then there's
Hmm.
Black Opal, right? Which has been around forever
Yes,
and
love
has
Black
always,
Opal.
do you remember that? It's always been one of those reliable brands in the deeper skin colors and the only ones that you usually see until Melania came up, right? Not Melania, the president's
Yeah.
wife, but Milani, right?
Yeah. I know.
Milaa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. What about, do you remember Black Radiance?
Yep, I do.
So now those ones there, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little bit on the fence about Black Opal and Black Radiance because I feel that they are still quite
Old
heavier
school.
products. They're
Yeah.
really, really thick products, right? So that they're harder to blend out. So, but it's another good affordable option because their products usually do not leave you looking gray or ashy. And in some way, mainstream brands still do that to us, right? So, but I don't know if you've known this, but I've owned a couple of Mented cosmetic products. They're in stick form. It is a actual black owned company, and they come in like T numbers and M numbers, like M10 or T something like that. Well, I think I'm a
Hmm.
M10 or something like that, but that one's a good one too. But it's a little bit drier than my taste, especially now at my older age, you know?
Mm.
So Mented was literally created because the founders were tired of nude only meaning what? Beige. They wanted
Fawn.
nude shades
Yeah.
that and fawn, glucose. They wanted nude shades that actually worked on deeper skin. So and then but then this is another one. This here is another one came out. I'm super excited. I'm so happy I started this research.
Yeah.
Danessa Myricks. Danessa Myricks. Myricks. Okay. I've even found some brands that I'm not even aware of before, and now I'm completely know why people love them. I've been looking at their page, and Danessa is amazing because they show darker skin, texture skin, mature skin, and all of it. And their products actually have enough pigment to show up. So that is another one that I have never even knew of, but I am so excited to try some of her products. So I'm reaching out to these particular brands and seeing if we can obtain some samples so that we can kind of give our listeners real live feedback on these particular products. We'll start with
Okay.
foundation, right? And then there's the lip bar, TLB. Have you ever heard of that? And you can get that on Amazon or Walmart. I have that brand as well. Again, as I said, part of my 1,000 in my collection is
Yeah.
the lip bar, which came from the founder, Melissa Butler, being frustrated on how limited mainstream beauty brands were in the first place. So she
Okay.
came out with one too. So that's another one you want to look at. But
The lip
honestly,
bar.
honestly, we do have to include Fenty,
Okay.
Fenty Beauty in this conversation too, because technically she is co-owned by LVMH. So some people debate whether it counts as fully black owned, but Rihanna's vision is all over that brand. You could
Yeah.
She built Fendi around darker skin, real undertones, and actual inclusivity from the beginning. But before Fenty, a lot of brands were perfectly comfortable stopping at beige, at tan,
At beige.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then Rihanna came out with about 50 shades, and suddenly everybody want to act like they cared about deeper skin tones. And that's why people call it the Fenty effect. And I don't like to be felt as an afterthought. Maybelline, L'Oreal, all these brands that have been out there for many, many years. We've been on this earth for many, many years as well. But all of a
I know
sudden, you
that's
just
right.
decide, "Oh, this is a market that people want to buy. These people actually have money and want to buy this stuff." Yeah, always have
Fen-
been.
Fenty has this beautiful lipstick that I have. It's the Icon Velvet lipstick, the
Oh
liquid velvet.
my God, I was gonna ask you because K-Mac used to let me borrow that lipstick for my 50th birthday, and I rocked that lipstick, and normally, she likes more of a yellow, undertone base, red, more of that brighter color. I'm more into the blue base, which is that really darker red,
Mhm.
but that one that you had let me borrow was perfect, and I freaking loved it. So, yes, can if you can let me know of that and let the audience know of it too, we'll go ahead and add that link down in our description as well. It is such a beautiful color.
You didn't keep it because I never got it back. I don't know where it is.
Wait, what?
I can't find it.
You get shit, I
Yeah.
better go look at hey, I should wear that tomorrow if it's in my makeup bag then.
Right, man. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's called the MVP and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And even if you go to Fendi and you look at the actual swatches, she has a swatch on a dark skin person, a medium skin, fair skin, like it's the whole gamut. I love how she puts these models. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different skin tones and they all have the MVP on. So you can see how it looks on every single skin
And
tone.
that is
That
what
is
I love
representation.
because that's what I'm talking about for representation. When you go onto Amazon, you go to this ones and you look and say, "Oh my God, that color looks beautiful. Let me go ahead and scroll through the pages." And then you see 3 arms. And one
Right.
arm is fawn, one arm is pale, one
Yeah.
arm is tan, and then you see the 42 colors on them, but you never see that 45 last dark shades on a dark skin to see how it looks. And
Right.
so
Yep. Yeah.
I love when you actually take the time to seek out individuals who greatly represent the diversity of our world. That's what you need to
Right.
do. So anyway, so props to Fenty, and she's actually has risen number 1 in my charts. I have not even thought to even purchase any Fenty. I don't know why. I'm not sure
Yeah.
why. I just thought for some let me you know what, actually I do know why. A lot of celebrity backed products usually aren't even backed or created or had any bit of sweat and tears from that celebrity. They just showed up and said, "Hey, you gotta promote this
Put your
item,"
name on
and
it.
yeah, put your name, Cindy Crawford, all those, they do it. But Rihanna actually is really putting her blood, sweat, tears behind this product. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm gonna be going to get that lipstick for sure.
Yeah.
Because I did say, and I actually wrote that on here. Shout out to Kendra because she let me use that red Fenty lipstick for my birthday party, and baby, that red was that one.
Well, let me just say this, how you've been on the quest for the perfect red. I am always on the quest as a Black woman for the
The
perfect
perfect pink.
pink for pink lip. Yeah, for a Black woman. And I'm not even ashamed to say, and a Black woman with some black ass lips. Like I got black ass lips. Like Barack Obama black lips. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
I'm
Mhm.
always
You
on the quest.
don't. Hey, your list is blacker than the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck.
And that's how it is. The lip bar. Okay, I just looked up the lip bar. I didn't realize the
See?
lip bar was Black owned.
It's black owned, and it'll usually come up as TLB on
I
the
see.
product.
Yeah.
So
So
and
I
now I know it's
ordered a
that.
pink. I got a pink from them. and I took it back. So that's another thing, trying to find, so it's not just foundation, it's lipstick, it's everything. Like trying to find what you need for your skin tone is it goes beyond just foundation. It's everything.
Absolutely. And so I remember us we would always talk to each other and try and figure out. And if you liked what I like, what I'm wearing, you're gonna wear it. Because again, like we said, we're very similar in skin tone. But
Mhm.
and so guys, we basically become unpaid beauty testers at this point. Because honestly, some of these companies need to go ahead and just hit us up for some free samples because we have already done enough research to qualify for an honorary degree in foundation matching. So
Facts.
I think if they give us these particular products, we can actually run a couple of shows and actually do those ones on camera and show how, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, but
And the
Michael's
ugly.
not going to be on the show. So probably just the good and the bad.
Got it.
All right. Well, now this is just time for me and my favorite part of the show, which is called Sip on It or Skip on It.
Ooh, love
Right.
it.
So
Yes.
it's where we give a quick thumbs up or thumbs down to brands, products, and trends we talked about today. Basically, we're adding it to the cart or are we leaving it right there on the shelf where it belongs? Okay. So I'm just going to go over these particular brands and let you know that all of these I'm giving already the sip on it. Starting with Fenty Beauty. That is the
Fenty
T.
Beauty.
Yes,
Yes, we are sipping all day, all night, sis.
all
Yes, we're
day.
sipping.
Now down to the two new ones, UOMA Beauty. I've never sipped it, but I'm ready to sample it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could do a sample for sure.
And Danessa Myricks Beauty.
Danessa Myricks. Which one was that again?
That's the one, Danessa Myricks Beauty. I'm new to it, but the reviews got me curious, so I definitely want to look into it. That's the one that does the mature skin, the oily, the texture skin, all that.
Yes.
So we'll definitely be going on there and seeing if we can try and get some product to see if we can try to test it out. Because the one thing I just hate doing is buying a full bottle, and like I said, and having them just sitting there wasting and expiring under my counter, right?
Why don't you take them back?
Well, there's a lot of starving people in Africa who need foundation. You know what I'm saying? Well,
No.
it's too late now. I mean, there's the time is there. This time has been gone. But Black Opal, as I said, I'm still on the fence with that one because and as well as Black Radiance because first of all they're great go to and quick for a drugstore brand, but the problem is the accessibility. Every time I go there, either the shade that I may have thought I would probably match is always gone. And the reason why is
Well,
because there's probably only 3 of them to start with. So the 3 people who have similar shades to me or not even similar shades are like, close enough. They're gonna buy it. And so then I go there and they don't have it. So I can't test out your product because I
I was
don't.
gonna say Black Opal. So back in the day, when I was just started wearing foundation, I went to Black Opal and I bought, I think it's called Cappuccino.
Mhm.
And I love it. I still have my old compact there because I didn't want to throw it away
From
because then if I ever need it in a
1967.
pinch, and I
I
know it's so old and needs to be thrown away, but that was always frustrating to me. Whenever I would go to the store, that particular one would be gone. I could
gone.
never get it. It was always sold out.
So yeah, it shows inclusivity by showing we do have it, but I'm pretty sure
But we don't.
the quantity that's given per location of stores is very limited as opposed to the lighter shades that are got a plethora of it, just a non-ending amount of the foundations there. And then all of a sudden we go to our section and they're usually got one is broken and then the other ones are just gone, just empty, right?
Mm,
So, but you know, so I might have to order online at this because a lot of the stores don't carry the inventory that I'm looking for, but I am willing to try Black Opal and Black Radiance again.
yeah, they're good. I don't know. Do they still make Black Radiance? I don't know if Black Radiance is still out. Oh, you know
But
what? I have I do have what do you call it? What do you call those things? A translucent powder from Black Radiance.
oh, you do? I have a Cherry's Jubilee from Avon.
So do
And
I.
you know that
That
was
was my
a hot physics,
mom's.
bitch. Shout out to Wet n Wild. So the Mented, like as I mentioned before, Mented Cosmetics and the lip bar. Those are, I would say, is sip on it for sure.
Okay.
Except for that pink. And then MAC
Yeah.
Cosmetics. MAC goes way back, K Mac. You know, it's
So
in your name.
right. It's so funny that you brought up MAC because MAC has a pink that I've been wanting to try forever. It's called Flat Out Fabulous.
Mm.
And did you know? So I just learned this actually doing research for this show that at the Mac, you can go to their website and you can use your camera, your web camera, and try on their different foundations, try on their different lipsticks, all that good stuff. So I like that you can, there's some activity. I mean, it's not the best. Trust me, the technology still has a way to go, but it's better than nothing, which is what we had.
But see, and the only risk is, right, the difference between um the tone in your computer screen, your phone, your iPad, the lighting,
Yeah,
are you really capturing your real one? And we're hoping that technology gets the closest to it. So I've done that before and then got pissed off because everybody the fuck out and had to return all my shit because my lighting was off, right? So it was
got
not
it.
my lighting was too yellow and now I look like a jelly bean. So
Yeah.
now, Juvia's Place. Are you familiar with Juvia's Place? I have, some products from there, but I swear I'm on the fence on Juvia's Place as well because I felt the foundation that I tried, but to be fair, I did try this, like, in 2016, 2017. I felt that that formula was too heavy and a bit oily.
Like,
Oh my gosh,
I
no.
have to go to Juvia's Place.
If you go and look at it, it has a lot of African symbolism and kufis and things like that. It's all in that type of design, and it does cater to the African American skin, which you can get at Sephora or at what is the other one? There's Sephora, and then there's what's the other big Ulta? Yeah, I don't know about Ulta. I think it's in Sephora, but they have them as well. But when I had gotten them, my daughter was really into Juvia's Place, and but it just felt so heavy. That's what I was saying. I feel like my face is kind of like suffocated because it's just so heavy. So I'm still on the fence of that, but I am interested in going back and retrying Juvia's Place. Maybe their formulation has been changed in the
So
past 10
are we
years.
s- are we sipping or are we skipping on Juvia's Place?
No, Juvia's Place, we're gonna sip on it. We're gonna sip on it. So we're gonna try that and get on it.
Can I
But
also get
there's only one company that I'm gonna skip on, and that would be Huda Beauty. Do you remember
Huda
Huda?
Beauty?
Huda.
I don't know what that is.
Huda, Huda, Huda Beauty. It was big controversy about her stealing, I think it was called the Baked Beauties formulation for foundation or powder. And that was like over 10 years ago or something like that. But it's been um, still very controversial. They had things about like vagina lightening, and then it went into like color, colorism. And it was crazy, her stance on stuff. So I'm just going to go and, just move forward and not do Huda Beauty. I never got any Huda Beauty stuff anyways, but I am upset about it because Huda Beauty does have a lot of inclusive shades and it has a really, really good concealer for African American women.
No, I've
So
never even heard of it before.
I was on the fence. I might go over the fence real quick, grab that color corrector, crawl back under the fence, and then be like, screw Huda Beauty. Let me see what it. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
kidding. Just kidding.
never even
Yeah.
heard of it.
Well, okay. Well, so hopefully today I saved y'all a little money, a little
Yeah.
stress, maybe a little embarrassment from natural lighting because nobody deserves to spend $50 on foundation just to walk outside and realize they look like a confused traffic cone with a ring light addiction. If you have a favorite brand, a horror story, a product that betrayed you, or a foundation that finally got it right, let us know because you are not alone in this struggle. And remember,
You may be entitled to compensation.
you call, not V-Law. So, Kay, before we end this episode, we do want to welcome a new member to our swing set.
Yes, absolutely. So our viewer of the week is somebody that is always, they're considered a friend of the show. They're always writing in questions. They're liking our posts and commenting and just engaging with the show. So we appreciate that so much. So we want to welcome our newest member to the swing set, and that is the real Alleyway. Welcome, real Alleyway. Thank you
Yeah.
for being a friend of the show. Welcome to the swing set.
And remember, guys, life is too short to be out here looking ashy on purpose. We'll catch you on the next Ton Mood Swings. Love you, Kay.
Love you, Jay.
Cheers.
Cheers.